What up, G-Life? It's your boy. I'm Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. It's free. It don't cost anything. You'll be helping my channel get into the algorithm. You see where it says subscribe right there, the red? Just tap on that. Bro, it's free. You'll be helping me, my boy. Come on now. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where I talk about shit outside of the streets. And don't forget to check out the playlist. The playlist on top, where it should say home video playlist. All the videos are in their own folders, whether reaction, rap reactions, G-series, all of that, you know. That way I don't have to keep scrolling. Makes the video look a lot easier. What I wanted to talk about today now was me finally coming and answering the question that I've been getting asked for a shitload. For a long time have I been getting asked this. Which is, how do girls get into neighborhoods? Mexican gangs. Now, I can't speak for everybody because everybody does it different. You know, their initiation process, depending on the neighborhood. But at least from the neighborhoods I kick it with and the homies I know in my neighborhood and stuff like that, when it comes to getting in, like, females, I know most people are always saying, like, hey, is it true you have to bust a train on them or they have to sleep with individuals and stuff like that? Now, like I said, I can't speak for all the neighborhoods, but at least from the ones I know and everything, nah, homie, none of that going on. Look, homie, a female that's like that, that's willing to sleep with a bunch of homies, they're not earning our trust in that way. If anything, they're losing our trust in that way. Because then that makes them kind of like a slut, a skank. So, meaning that they'll go and sleep around with anybody, even the enemies and stuff like that. So, they're not trustworthy. You get what I mean? A homegirl is seen just like a homeboy from the neighborhood. They're not seen as your sex objects. I don't know if people think that we're just hanging around and that homies could just get up and grab a homegirl and take them to the room and have their way with them. I think that they think that that's how it is. Like we're just there chilling and any homie could just like have their ways. I know you've seen that in Blood In, Blood Out. You've seen Crucito grab that hyena and pull her in and everything. My boy, you try to do that to a homegirl from the neighborhood, my boy, she's gonna pistol whip you. Plain and simple, dog. You probably gonna get pistol whipped or you're probably gonna get shot, but something's gonna go down, homie. They are not your sex objects. They are your homegirls, homegirls, whatever. You get what I mean? They're your homies, pues. They're part of the hood just like everybody else is. You show them that amount of respect just like every other member. You know, you don't use your homeboys. You don't, you know, like that. Like they're seen as just homies. Like another homie. You know what I mean? Normally, you know, females, they earn the homeboys' respects by, you know, them going with them to put in work. You know what I mean? There's that way, you know, like they go and they put in work because females put in work, my boy. They be tagging and dumping and sucking fools, my boy. That goes down. Don't let their looks deceive you, my boy. They'll pelt your cat back, bro. I seen females knock out vatos. I ain't even making that up, bro. There's some females that are more gangster than the men. They be dumping and all kinds of shit, homie. You don't know these, man, bro. You know what I mean? They're not some skank or prostitute, you know. I think movies gave off that image that is like that. And I think people just repeat what other people say, you know what I mean? Without actually giving it some thought. Like I said, it's ignorance when people just repeat what other people say when they don't even know. And I think a lot of it also comes from jealousy from other females. Maybe they're dating a homeboy and now he's chilling in the hood and then there's females there. So it's jealousy, you know what I mean? So they start spreading those rumors. Like, do some homegirls date some of the homies? Yes, it does occur. You know, do they end up sleeping around and stuff like that with some of the homies? Yeah, all of that occurs. I mean, you know, just like you know, with any male and female, you know what I mean? But to say that they're your sex objects or they have to sleep with a bunch of homies to get into the hood, no. Now, is there some hoods that I'm not saying that there's not no hoods that don't do that? There probably is. I just don't know of any. Because I don't see how sleeping around with a bunch of your homies, it makes them trustworthy to be from the hood. You know, it shows the opposite of that. Why would you want somebody that's just willing to, you know, sleep with a bunch of homies? Or why would anybody want to sleep with, I know that already, I don't know, somebody. Nah, yeah, you know what? Because there is some homies that will sleep with anything that moves, my boy. There's some homies that don't give a fuck, man. The kind of could look like Chewbacca. Some bravo los güeyes. But all jokes to the side, now, you know, that's not how you earn homies' respects. They have to go through the same process of jumping in, or, you know, they earn the homies' respect, you know what I mean, by putting in work. But the jumping in process, just like men, you know, the homegirls jumping other homegirls, or some of the men, you know what I mean, jumping the homegirl. Don't think that they get special privileges just because they're females, you know what I mean? Remember, when a hyena's gangbanging, that is no longer a woman, that is a gangster. You know what I mean? If they come and they banging on you and stuff like that, my boy, they're gonna take your life. You know what I mean? Don't think that it's like, oh no, it's gonna be all. No, they here to take your life, my bro. You know, you gonna have to lay them out, or they gonna lay you out. That's just how it is. You know, I think people get this misconception of women that they can't hurt a fly or whatever. My boy, they're gonna smoke you, bro. You know what I mean? These are no longer the typical women that people think they are. These are gangsters, pues. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Obviously, you're not going to throw as many guys on them. They'll probably have like a one-on-one with a homie, or maybe like two of the smallest ones, you know, and maybe less amount of time and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, they get the, you know, but mostly it's done by other women. But, you know, yeah, the same process as the rest, you know what I mean? That whole sleeping around stuff and stuff like that, I don't know if that's maybe to make it seem like it's more cool, whatever. Because, look, I think people get confused hyenas that are there kicking it with hyenas from the barrio. There's hyenas from the barrio that are there, that because they're from your hood, and then there's hyenas that homies meet or they just invite over, and they're just kicking it too. And those are skanks that are just gonna sleep around with everybody, or that night they might sleep with like 6 homeboys, because that does happen. Some homies are vicious, dog. They don't give a damn. Like, damn, dog. Like, she slept with like 5 other homies. Are you about to go in there right now? Damn, homie, you're crazy. But anyway, that does occur. But those are like, you know, those are the skanks. You know what I mean? But you try to see a homegirl from the neighborhood as a sex object or something like that, my boy, they're going to put your cat back. That's plain and simple. So to people to be like, well, these are just, you know, skanks, or they're not solid or nothing like that. Nah, there's some, you know, homegirls that will be more solid than some men. You know what I mean? And then, but don't get me wrong, why a lot of neighbors don't like having females, or why it's seen as, you know, frowned upon or whatever, is because they do tend to end up dating the enemies or fall in love with the enemies, because women can't control who she falls in love with and stuff like that. They can't control their emotions. You know what I mean? And women do tend to spill the beans too, because they have children and they just want to lose, you know, and you know, stuff like that. So they're more liable to crack than the men. But I'm not saying that all of them. I'm just saying that does occur more frequently with women than it does with men. But you know, there is some men that behave in that manner too. So you know what I mean. But yeah, that is a misconception. You know, anytime you hear or you see somebody, you know, like from a neighborhood or whatever, they went through the same process of, you know, getting jumped in and stuff like that. So when people see it differently and whatever, it's like, you know, but I think that that's what it is, because I think movies and media, you know, spin it that way, so people just automatically assume that they all do it like that, or it all works like that, when it's like, nah, because that's not earning homies respect. That's, if anything, the homies losing respect, you know, for that individual, because, you know what I mean? Like, you got to carry yourself. You got to respect yourself. If you want people to respect you in this world, you got to respect yourself. If you're not willing to respect yourself, then other people ain't going to respect you. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion, and that is how it goes. And shout out, we out.